Hi, boys and girls. Today we are going to listen to Goldilocks and the Three Bears. This is also by Retold and illustrated by James Marshall. Remember, another book I've read is The Three Little Pigs by James Marshall. So I like his versions and I like his illustrations. Here we go. Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Once there was a little girl called Goldilocks. What a sweet child, said someone new in town. That's what you think, said a neighbor. Ooh, look at her face. She's doing this. I think she might be rotten. Or maybe not very nice. One morning, Goldilocks' mother sent her to buy muffins in the next village. You promised not to take the shortcut through the forest, she said. I've heard that bears live there. I promise, said Goldilocks. But to tell the truth, Goldilocks was one of those naughty little girls who do exactly as they please. Always says, shortcut, danger, very risky. Not a good idea. Turn back. Go the other way. Meanwhile, in a clearing deeper inside the forest, in a charming house all their own, a family of bears was sitting down to breakfast. Patooey, cried big old Papa Bear. This porridge is scalding. I've burned my tongue. I'm dying, said Baby Bear. Now really, said Mama Bear, who was of medium size. That's quite enough. I know, said Papa Bear. Why don't we go for a spin while the porridge is cooling? Excellent, said Mama Bear. So they got on their rusty old bicycle and off they went. Tra-la. A few minutes later, Goldilocks arrived at the bear's house. She walked right in without even bothering to knock. On the dining room table, there were 3 inviting bowls of porridge. I don't mind if I do, said Goldilocks, helping herself to the biggest bowl. But the porridge in the biggest bowl was much too hot. Patooey, cried Goldilocks as she spat it out. Now she tasted the porridge in the medium-sized bowl, but that porridge was much too cold. Then Goldilocks tasted the porridge in the little bowl, and it was just right, neither too hot nor too cold. In fact, she liked it so much that she gobbled it up. Feeling full and satisfied, Goldilocks thought it would be a great fun to have a look around. Right away, she noticed a lot of coarse brown fur everywhere. They must have kitties, she said. In the parlor, there were 3 chairs. I don't mind if I do, she said, climbing into the biggest one. But the biggest chair was much too hard, and she just couldn't get comfortable. There she is. Next, she sat in a medium-sized chair, but that chair was much too soft, and she thought she might never get out of it. Then Goldilocks sat in the little chair, and that was just right, neither too hard nor too soft. In fact, she liked it so much that she rocked and rocked until the chair fell completely to pieces. She wasn't being very gentle. Now all that rocking left Goldilocks quite tuckered out. I could take a little snooze, she said. So she went to look for a comfy place to nap. Upstairs there were 3 beds. I don't mind if I do, said Goldilocks. And she got into the biggest one, but the head of the bed was much too high. Oh, she's practically sitting up. Do you think that's Papa Bear's bed, maybe? Now she tried the medium-sized bed, but the head of that was much too low. Then Goldilocks tried the little bed, and it was just right. Soon she was all nice and cozy and sound asleep. She did not hear the bears come home. There she is, nice and cozy in Little Bear's bed. The three bears were mighty hungry, but when they went in for breakfast, they could scarcely believe their eyes. "Someone has been eating my porridge," said Papa Bear. "Someone has been eating my porridge," said Mama Bear. "Somebody's been eating my porridge," said Baby Bear, "and eating it all up." Uh-oh, they look surprised. In the parlor, the three bears were in for another little surprise. "Somebody's been sitting in my chair," said Papa Bear. "Somebody's been sitting in my chair," said Mama Bear. "Somebody's been sitting in my chair," said Baby Bear, "and broken it to smithereens." The three bears went upstairs on tiptoe, not knowing what they would discover. But then Papa Bear lay down in his big brass bed. "Somebody's been lying in my bed," he cried, and he was not amused. "Egads!" cried Mama Bear. "Someone has been lying in my bed." "Look!" cried Baby Bear. "Someone's been lying in my bed, and she's still there." "Now see here," roared Papa Bear. Goldilocks woke up with a start, and her eyes nearly popped out of her head. But before the bears could demand a proper explanation, Goldilocks was out of the bed, out the window, and on her way home. "Who was that little girl?" asked Baby Bear. "I have no idea," said Mama Bear, "but I hope we never see her again." And they never did. It sounds like Goldilocks probably learned her lesson. Don't go into people's houses. Don't eat their porridge and sit in their chairs and lay in their beds. People don't like that. Hope you enjoyed Goldilocks and the Three Bears by James Marshall.